Funny you should say, Dave, about being a chicken farmer, because my mum and dad were poultry farmers, chicken farmers. And so when I was a child, we had to go and collect the eggs before we went to school or did anything. So when I was about 8-10 years old, I used to go and collect the eggs. And then a minibus used to go around all the villages to collect children that wanted to go to Sunday school. So I used to go to Sunday school. And then I think I got stuck in the terminal lounge forever. So that's sort of where I first started. And then I moved to Aranda de Duero in the north of Spain for a couple of years. And during confinement, like everybody else, I found it quite difficult. And Katie, as everyone knows, my best friend, phoned me and said, how do you feel about doing an Alpha course? Right. Okay, yeah, fine, I'll do it. Not really knowing too much about anything, but I have always respected and admired Katie and always wanted to be like her. She's so she's my best friend, and she doesn't stress about things and just the person I wanted to be. Sorry Katie, she started. Anyway, so I did the Alpha course, and after about 2 or 3 weeks, I was praying, and I was walking into my lounge, and suddenly I became so overwhelmed. I started crying and didn't understand anything. Katie, what's happening to me? I phoned Katie, and Katie said, "Don't worry, that's normal. It's fine." And I continued, and one of the teachers that I worked with, she was pregnant and 30 years old. And during confinement, she became really ill, seriously ill. Not through COVID, but they were very worried for the baby. And so it came to the last, what they thought was the last few weeks of her life. So her parents were called. Her parents were trying to get flights during confinement over to Spain to be with her. And so I prayed for her. And while I was praying, I had this vision of this big hand, it's very strange, but a big hand just over her head. And it was so, for me, I'm like, Katie! And I wasn't inventing it, I didn't know anything, and she came out the other side. She had her baby, and now she's doing okay. So she's learning to walk again. She was very ill, but she's okay. She's okay. And so that's really my story. And I feel a little bit. This is my notes. I haven't looked at them. I do lists and I panic about everything. And now I just feel a little bit more in control of me and my life. So yeah. And I'm just so happy that I can share it with you all.